Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
With a start here to the ball game, you get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Warren will try the right side.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. On the RPO, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch as they can.
Kenneth Gainwell
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon.
And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. Look at the big fella go.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 64 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the give, it's Warren.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
A minimum gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Rodgers.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Now, he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Back to throw here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral it down near the 11-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Running left, it's Warren.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Grant Calcaterra.
33 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Eagles 14, Steelers 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they put...
All of his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 21. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Barkley, inside handoff. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd down and 3.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Chuck Clark
Coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all he can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A handoff for Warren.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On play action, it's Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
On play action, now Rodgers. And it's caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Jalen Warren
from 8 yards out.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. Boswell for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Up the middle with Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Now on second and 13.
Hurts. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jahan Dotson.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. One of the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Now Rodgers. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Shotgun now for Rodgers. Short throw to Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Rodgers going to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Boswell's kick is good. And that'll bring them back within 4.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
back to throw again.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. That one complete down the field with Smith. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
A big play there for Philly. 44 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to him. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Steelers 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers.
They'll drop this underneath for Gainwell.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Warren is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Rodgers will throw for it. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And this is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This will be caught by Brown.
And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First down, Eagles.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
A handoff to Barkley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
180, 180.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
10 yards to go.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Elliott good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Rodgers to throw.
That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
20. That's good for a Steelers first down.
Now Rodgers.
That completes it again to Metcalf.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Big to Austin here over the middle.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
This is 1st and 10.
Steelers first down.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And the Steelers first down.
Rodgers now to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Steelers 32.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they're giving up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime.